Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. This summer has been absolutely insane. So much has happened. I've been so busy, but I'm back. I'm ready to make more videos. So, if there's a video you'd like for me to make, put it in the comments below. But today's video is dedicated to all of you students. If you're watching this, you may have already started your school year. If you're like my brother and sister, you're starting it today. This is your first day of senior year of high school and freshman year of high school. I'm literally getting so old. Like, what is even happening? Instagram a couple weeks ago, I put out a question thing asking people what advice they'd wish they had been given before starting school, either college, high school, middle school, any type of school, and I have their responses. So that is what we're talking about today. I personally love school. Being a student was one of my favorite things ever. In high school, I had the time of my life. In college, I had the time of my life. Post-college, I'm still having the time of my life. I believe that you can truly have the greatest school year of your life if you just make small choices every day to make it great. So the first, wait, that's not the one I'm gonna read first. The first piece of advice is buy a planner and organize your time. Y'all, I am not naturally organized at all. Time management is one of my greatest weaknesses, but buying a planner changed my life. In college, I lived by my planner. I still have a planner that it is my lifeblood. If I lose it, I don't know what I would do, but it has every single meeting I have, dinner plans, coffee plans with friends, if I'm gonna go visit my family one weekend, even potential vacation dates. I put everything in my planner. I put grocery lists in my planner. Yes, organizing your time is so crucial, and that's one of those things that we don't want to do, but everyone who has done it says it changes their life. The second is don't compare yourself to others. Everyone learns differently. And that is so true. We all learn in different ways. We all learn at different paces. And so if there's a certain class you're in and it's taking you a longer time to get it, don't beat yourself up over it. Like, I personally struggle when it comes to science things. In college, I studied finance, and that's still a mystery to us all, but it really took me a long time to grasp concepts that we went over. And there were people in my class who day one knew everything, like give them their degree day one of freshman year because they already know everything in the finance world. And I struggled. I had to stay up so late every night studying. I had to go to my professors to get them to re-explain things. And so if it's taking you longer to grasp something, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. But on the other side of that, if you know that you have a friend who is struggling in an area that you're excelling at, don't look down on them because of it, but instead reach out a helping hand, see if they want some help. A lot of times people are too embarrassed to ask for help, so maybe you offering it is what can make the difference. Being kind is greater than being smart. So true. I don't even have to say anything about that. Be kind. Being kind is really what gets you anywhere in this world. I remember being in high school and thinking that my brain and academics were what was going to carry me throughout my entire life. But now that I'm on the other side of all that, I realize that really, yes, it's good to study and to work hard, but being kind and being someone who people want to be around is really what gets you places. The people you connect with will be as important as your grades. True. I didn't really grasp onto this until I was in college, but guys, community is so important. That is something that is just so dear to me, and I could talk about it forever. But really, the people you connect with are just as important as your grades. It is so important to study, it is so important to work hard and to do your best, but it's also so important to connect with the people around you. You never know what you can learn from the people around you. It is literally so important. And then when you graduate, whether it's high school or college, like your grades, they're said and done. You can't change them. But the friendships that you make, those are going to be carried out for the rest of your life. It's so important. So take some time to connect with the people around you. Don't get so caught up in the academics of things that you forget people. If you're in college, go to class. I am so guilty of skipping classes every now and then, especially those 8 a.m.s. But it really does make a difference. Your professors notice whenever you show up. Go to class. Nobody's going to tell you to go to class. It's really just up to you to make that decision. Someone said, don't do it. Honestly, I am pro-education. I love learning. But if college isn't for you, don't feel pressured to go. And your parents might hate me for saying that, but really, I know so many people who are killing it and they did not go to college. Or most of my friends who did go to college and have degrees are doing something that has absolutely nothing to do with their degree. Everything will be okay. Just breathe. Y'all, the amount of times that someone has had to tell me this is unreal. I get so caught up in my head. I get so caught up in just school grades, doing great, being the best. But I promise you, everything is going to be okay, no matter what's going on. If you fail a test, if something's going wrong in the financial aid department, if your best friend stabs you in the back, I promise you, everything is going to be okay. Just stop and breathe. And you have to remember that this is just a season of your life. High school is 4 years, college, another 4 years. But you have so much more life to live. Just breathe. Don't get so caught up in the nitty-gritty of things that you stress yourself out over nothing. So breathe. And this one goes along with it, but run. I think my friend Sarah said that one, and I totally agree. I love running. I'm not an Olympic marathon runner by any means, but I run several times a week, several miles at a time, and over the last year, running has changed my life. Like, if I'm getting anxious, I go for a run. If I just need to reset my mind, I go for a run. If I need to think through things, I go for a run. Running may not be your thing, but find something that is your thing. Find something that you can do that is just a release, where while doing it, you have a perspective change, your mind resets, your thoughts are clear. Man, but try it. Go for a run. Sometimes you don't have to buy the textbook. True. If your professor tells you that it's absolutely mandatory, okay, buy it. But don't buy it from the bookstore. You can probably buy it on Amazon or Chegg. You can rent books from Chegg. Renting books from Chegg saved me so much money in college. But more often than not, you really don't need the textbook. And if you do, you and some friends can split one. Never be afraid to try something new. I love that. Yeah, try something new. Every year, I always pick something that I don't like to do, and I make myself do it until I like it, which sounds a little extreme, and it kind of is. But, for example, last year, my something new was bell peppers. I hated bell peppers, but I decided that I wanted to like them, so I literally forced myself to eat them. Now I love them. I eat them raw all the time. They're fantastic. This year, my something new is mushrooms, and not the drugs. So try something new. You never know what might happen. And the last thing is, there's no such thing as too many pencils. Y'all, I cannot tell you how true that is. I'm always losing pencils, so stock up. You can probably find some sales. So that is all the advice I got from my Instagram. I know this video might kind of seem all over the place, but I really hope that there was something in it that you can take with you, that you can use this school year to make it better than the last school year. I just want to end by just encouraging you and reminding you not to make academics your identity, not to make your academic standing, not to make your popularity level, not to make any of that stuff your identity. You are so much more than high school. You are so much more than college. I am very guilty of that. In both high school and college, I literally found my identity in the grades I made. I want you that there's so much more to who you are than a letter grade on a paper. And so I know it can be hard because you want to do well, you want to please your teachers, you want to please your parents, you want to be the best, you want to get into a good school, you want to stay at your good school, but just please know that there's so much more to who you are than your grades. That's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can hit the like button below if there was anything in this video that was even a tiny bit helpful. And until next time, have a great school year.